All right, brother Chip. You can hear me
I
good?
can start to hear you now, maybe.
Okay. Man. Um, I know we had you on the last show. I want you to introduce
Well, I
yourself
can,
to
but
the
there's
people
nobody
real
to
quick.
talk to yet except you, and you know who I am.
Come on,
If there's somebody new, be happy to introduce myself.
come on, run it back. What you say, brother Chip?
Yes.
Am I breaking up?
No. It's just very low sound.
Okay. What's up? What's up, Jaylee? You all right? Let me.
I see the icon, no one bigger than he.
Hey, brother Chip.
Yes.
Hey, brother Chip.
I
I'm
hear
I'm
you.
switching over to my phone real quick. Okay.
Okay.
I'm switching over to my phone just to make sure you can hear me real good. Let me get up out of here.
It's still very faint sound. I have to put my ear right to the phone to hear you.
Okay, what about now? Can you hear me?
A little better.
Okay, I'm about to it should sound
Can you
good now. I
boost
had
your
to get off my
sound at
laptop.
all?
It should sound way better. I had to get off my laptop.
I can hear you barely, but I'm if to really understand you, I'll have to put my ear to the phone to hear you better.
Can you hear me better right now?
Mildly better, yes.
Okay, I got you. Hey, brother
It's
Jalen,
not
you
as
here?
good as it was last time. Last time it was quite clear. We could have a normal conversation at a reasonable distance, about 10 inches anyway.
Oh, so you saying I sound blurry right now?
Now it's less.
I sound blurry.
I say some more.
Coming to you live, we got brother Chip away with Shani.
So how has your time been? How are the clothes going out the door?
Everything's going pretty good, man. I can't complain. Just trying to stay consistent, man. Today I had just bought some new designs. Today I had bought some new designs. Man, I got ideas on top of ideas, man.
Well, that's good. That's really good. I saw something funny that I thought I would send you. It's not practical, but it's a picture of a guy wearing a pair of pants that goes up to his neck. Not practical, of course, but funny.
Why would why would he do such a thing?
I didn't do it. I just saw a picture of it.
Yeah. I was saying like, why would he do such a thing? Why would his pants be so high?
I mean, the way P.T. Barnum used to say, there's a sucker born every minute and somebody ready to service him.
Oh man, that's wild, man. That's too crazy. How has your life been, man? How has everything been on a day-to-day basis? You know what I'm saying? We're in the middle of the year. How's everything going?
Yeah, no, really good. It's today was beautiful, lovely. I don't know. Can you see the sunset? It's just glimmering off there. The
Yeah, man,
last
I'm looking
glimmer
at.
of sunset, if you can see it from the phone. Just the last glimmer of it. Can see the trees. The sun's gone down. The blue sky is becoming the black sky. Very beautiful.
Overstood, overstood. So,
So how is it in Houston right now?
oh man, it's amazing, man. Weather's beautiful, man. 70, 72. At night it's about 60, 66, 68. Man, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's
How's the
nice.
weather? Where you at again?
I'm in Southwest Florida. So the
Oh
weather
man,
here was like 84 the daytime high, and nighttime
hey
is
brother
usually
Chip,
about 70.
brother Chip, give me 1 second. Okay, brother Chip, you good? Brother Chip.
Yes.
Okay, so how's the weather in Florida?
It's today was like 84 degrees the high, and the low should be around 73.
And for the people that's gonna be watching this for the first time, man, what you do for a living?
What's that?
For the people that's gonna be watching this for the first time, what do you do for a living? You hear me? Sound. Oh yeah, okay, you went up.
I think. Say something.
You back, brother Chip?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Now it's real.
Okay, okay, we good now. We good now.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so I
hear
was
you
saying.
well.
Okay, so I was saying for the people that's just watching this for the first time, what do you do for a living?
I do a little real estate investment. We're trying to start a bed and breakfast in the next 5 or 6 months.
Okay, okay, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so was there ever a time in your life where you didn't believe in God?
Not consciously, no. I would not consciously. I don't think there ever was.
Was there ever times where you doubted
Oh,
God
sure,
or you
sure. I mean, that's there's nobody that doesn't doubt. There's nobody that ever lived that didn't doubt. It's just a question of in many cases. I think of, I'm no different than a lot of people in the sense that um, there's a certain degree of mythology in every belief system, including atheism. There's a there's a lot of, when you look at a book for children or even a book for adults in the area of evolution and things like that, a lot of the work in that book is illustration. When I remember reading dinosaur books, I didn't realize at the time, but a lot of what I was seeing in the way of the description of the dinosaurs and what they were like were illustrations by artists. They were filling in the gaps in art of what the natural historians had yet to know. And the picture that they had when I was young of what was a dinosaur is not what they're saying now, and may not be what they're saying in 15 or 20 years.
I, man, when you said you lost me when you said that atheism also got myths to it. I would have to disagree with you, brother. I would
Well,
definitely have to disagree.
if you take a look at it, it's a lot of the story of, for example, evolution. You can summarize with the song that was put out not too long ago. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. That's the that's the atheist mythology. Is that it is. There it is. How is it? How did something go from how did something become nothing? I mean, they say, well, Charles Darwin said, well, maybe someplace in some quiet pond. That was his. That really wasn't even a theory. It was sort of like a suggestion in his Origin of Species. Maybe in some quiet pond, nothing became something. And so then something became something else, and something else became something else, and then something else became something else. But that is, uh, but in the large stroke of things, there's no evidence, there's no proof of how something moves from one to another. In fact, a lot of the evolutionary paleontologists are not talking anymore about something gradually becomes one thing, something becomes another, something becomes another. They were talking, in the last some years of punctuated equilibrium, that things would build up. Something would build up. You'd have additions to the genotype, until the genotype becomes the phenotype, until what is invisible becomes what is apparent. Pheno, which means appearance, the type of appearance.
All right, you ready for me to jump in?
Go ahead.
Okay, so um, I feel like, give me 1 second. I feel like basically what we gotta understand is we look at science, you
Well,
know.
now you're getting. Now you're not as clear as you were.
Say say it one more time.
You weren't clear.
I'm sorry about that. I said when we look at science, we gotta understand that there is no absolute, but we could damn near get it spot on. You get what I'm saying? So when you said that something came from nothing and then how did nothing create something? Well, you gotta understand that's how we do it. You know what I'm saying? On the block, we be down. We come from the mud. You feel me? And from that mud, you know what I'm saying? We end up with gold around our neck and diamonds in our mouth and diamonds in our watch and chain. You get what I'm saying? It's more so of a I tend to live in the real world and what I can see, I'm deeply in the flesh. But we also gotta understand, you feel me, at the same time to throw anything that's happening or that done happen on God is ignorant and it's disingenuous and it's lazy. You feel me? For every cause, there's an effect. For everything that's going on, there's some scientific sense behind it. You feel me? So we can go into the molecules, we can go into the atoms, man, we can go into the goddamn the DNA, the protein, we can go into the damn fish, we can go into the walking fish, we can go into the monkey, the Homo sapiens sapien,
Well,
Homo
there is a
neanderthal.
great deal to learn. There's no question about that. But a lot of the people who have paved the way for science were believers, including in the 20th century. If you study the list of people who won Nobel prizes from 1900 until 2000, about 18 to 20% are atheists, about 25% are Jews. One person in the sciences was Muslim, and something around 32% were professing Christians. And I can give you a reasonable list of them and what they won their Nobel for, and what their faith was like. Um, but it's not it is simply not the case that science is anti-religion. What it is that science is asking different questions than religion asks. You have science which asks how or why, and offers theories of how or why something might come to be, which is perfectly legitimate. And then you have religion who asks who, and the evidence is very different. The evidence for science comes from observation, experimentation, hypothesis, the scientific method, whereas the evidence for religion comes from from revelation and from what people have heard and seen about God. And so it's a different sort. It's a different sort of evidence. It's a listening to the people who came before, what they saw and heard, and what they reported down through time. And they report different things and see different things, and they see according to their ability. Because when you're if if you're looking at people's observation in the pre-scientific era, all they can tell us is what things appear to be, not necessarily the way it is. But we still use that pre-scientific language today. We talk about the four corners of the earth, or sunrise and sunset. We still, in our regular day, use what they call phenomenological language, what we see, what appears to us, which isn't. We understand now that what we see isn't necessarily exactly what it is, and we have learned to make allowances for the people of earlier times who were only telling us what they saw. But that's not to depreciate their contributions. We can certainly understand that somebody before the era of science sees things the way it appears to them.
Brother Jalen,
What's up?
you want to add something to that? Peace to you too, man. Hope everything good, bro.
Uh, Man, so what are we discussing? Are we discussing religion and science? Are we discussing um, evolution? Like, what are we discussing?
This is basically from if you had something to piggyback off of what I said, off of what he said, basically we was just going in, religion and science. But if you had something to piggyback off of what I said or what he said, you can go and attack it if you want to.
Oh man, so I do agree um, with what Mr. Young said when he said about how can I say it? He said something about being seen and not being seen. You know, everything is being recorded, passed down through generations, and everything like that. Um, this is a conversation that the Church of the Vatican had an issue with. This is a conversation that they had, you know, with the scientists who called themselves at one point in time the Illuminati and everything. The originals and everything, and they had that same. The church had the same issue because they were thinning the line, basically bringing together religion and science and everything. And that's what deemed them to be blasphemous. And you know, excavated, chased out of Rome, whatever places you know they reside at. Um, Now, however, uh, when it comes to, I think I heard you guys talking about the creation story and everything, and how can something come from nothing? But that's just like you. That's like a child. That's like a child's thought being blank the entire time when he's born up until he's about 1 or 2, and then boom, the first thought comes to mind. And he says it, and that's basically how I see it. You know, and that's just me going off from quantum physics and everything, reading and everything. But I do believe that we are a creation, living in a creation. We are living in just a thought process, and there's nothing more than that. I feel that when you want to spring, when you want to bring religion into it and everything, most people not going to agree with me. But like I said, and I said on it before, we're just we're just goggles. Like everyone that's walking is just goggles. Like the creator is just looking through our eyes, experiencing how it is to be a human being, going through different trials and tribulations and everything. So that's how I see it. But I'm going with the science over, more than, a religious aspect.
Well, there's no question that we know more from the scientific method than they knew in the ancient times about the way the world really is, as opposed to the way it appears to be.
Right.
There's no question about that. And quite for quite some time now, people have separated uh, the question of who from the question of how and why. Although there's science and religion do sort of meet at the why part, but at the how part, that is something that mostly scientists are now dealing with because the who question does not get to the why answer. So in order to find out why, we have to look, we have to look at the world and see what's in it, and think about it, and do observations and make hypotheses and test them, and try to figure out why things are based on that sort of method, and be prepared to change our minds when the evidence changes, which is reasonable, which is a very reasonable thing to do. Um, when it comes to the why question, that is something that religion and science can deal with, because why isn't necessarily simply this is what it is. It's also why things are the way it is, and whether something is good. Whether a particular change in the world is good for us or bad for us. And so there is an effort that many generations have made to try to decide what is good and what is not, and why it is good and why it is not. And in that perspective, science and religion meet.
I
And
wanna,
that,
I wanna,
go ahead, bro.
I wanna. Okay, okay. I wanted to say, man, I feel like when you use the who, what, when, where, why method, you know what I'm saying, with trying to understand creation and Big Bang and everything from a scientific standpoint, yes, you're not gonna get nowhere. But I feel like putting those standards on Earth is a religious or a conqueror's a conqueror's type of attitude. You get what I'm saying? I feel like back then we ain't want to know the who, what, when, where, and why. We just worship that sun. You know what I'm saying? We ain't give a damn about who, what, when, where, and why. We wasn't even writing shit down. You know what I'm saying? We was talking and writing shit on walls, and everything was oral. So I feel like adding the who, what, when, where, and why when it comes to creation, you know what I'm saying? That's a faulty premise. But at the same time, when you go to the religious who, what, when, where, and why, you get what I'm saying? You either forced to accept incest, or you forced to believe that a woman came from a man real. You forced to believe that this world was washed away and then it started over in Turkey. It's like you forced to go against the facts. I feel
You,
like science and religion will never meet up.
well, they've met up in a number of ways. For example, there's a lot of evidence from different religious texts that incest was actually quite common in early human history. That incest was not a big deal. That there weren't even any laws against it until maybe sometime between 1500 and 1200 BC, when there started to become laws against this sort of thing. Uh, why did these laws start coming to be? Probably because of bad results of sex between brothers and sisters, as the genetic pool started getting tighter and tighter, and there was time for, speaking sort of just speculating scientifically, that genetic mutations started piling up in families that had very close intermarriages. And then you start seeing laws by around 1500 BC, 1200 BC in the Bible, where it talks about not marrying your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, and other very close relations. But you have that at that point. But in the beginning, it was not necessarily so. And so, if you, for example, you find people that talk about in Genesis that Lot and his daughters that his daughters got Lot drunk and had sex with him. First, one daughter had him one night, and another daughter had him the next night. Well, at that point, at say 2000 BC, there was no law against that. There was no law, so there's nothing to keep people from doing those sorts of things. And then the laws come into effect, probably because of primitive observations of bad effects of that sort of thing. So the reality of the world also gets reflected in the religion of the world, based on the observation that the people of that time could make about about what they saw and felt around them.
You got it, brother Jay.
Man, uh, he is correct. Around about 1200, 1500 AD.
BC, sorry,
I'm
BC.
sorry, BC. I'm sorry, BC. He is correct. That did become a law later on. Because if we remember, we go back to the story of Moses and Akhenaten. I've always said these stories are similar. And Akhenaten, you know, they say was born out of nowhere into the family and everything. Because around this time, I'm not mistaken, this is when incest had just started to become an issue and everything in ancient Egypt. Go ahead, Mr. Young.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there was any. I don't know if the Egyptians said anything about incest, but of course
It
the
it,
the,
it, it
the Jewish
wasn't
teaching
it
talked about it.
Right. So in ancient Kemet, it wasn't an issue up until Akhenaten took the throne and he passed away. That's when they started to look more into further down in the family tree, in the royal family tree, and everything. But I do agree with you on that. But I even with Lot and everything, like you said, with Lot and his daughters, I read the story of Sodom and Gomorrah a plethora of times, and even during them times, they weren't laws. Nobody checked, a father for being with his daughter, anything like that. There were no laws and everything. And honestly, that's actually how you get the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. About how God cast His wrath because it was too much incest and all this other stuff and everything.
Well, actually, it never mentions incest. I mean, other later
If
writings.
you if you read if you read the Sinai, if you actually read the Sinai Bible, the Bible that predates the King James version, it talks about that.
Well, you
And the only
okay?
reason,
You
go ahead.
mean the Samaritan
No,
Pentateuch, or do you
not
mean
the
the?
Sumerian, not the Sumerian, tablets, or anything like that. I'm talking about the Sinai Bible. It was like the very first. I want to say it came right after. What's up, Miss Wanda? Good. But like I was saying though, it came right after the Ethiopian Bible, if I'm not mistaken. High
Well,
school,
of course,
educate.
the Torah, the Torah was put together at some point after the death of Moses, because you have a postscript in Deuteronomy about the death of Moses, which was added at the end of the Torah,
Hmm.
and there were undoubtedly editors who worked on the material of that time in
Hmm.
order to form the first five books, and they were um, and so there are references to the law later. The law of Moses was the
But
first of the Torah was the first of the
but
what we now have as the Tanakh, the Torah, Ketuvim,
mhm.
Torah, Nevi'im, and Ketuvim, the law, the prophets, and the writings, which make up what we would call the Old Testament in Christian terms.
So, question. So, with that being said, now I did read where when the Hebrews left Egypt with Moses, a group of them left, and they would be called the Essene Brotherhood.
The Essenes came much later.
Okay, okay. So that's where I thought it didn't make sense at first because they were saying I know I talked to a guy and the guy was saying that when they left, Mary and Joseph was a part of that brotherhood, but I'm like that's not making sense because they would have to live for a very very long time, like
Well,
way
the,
later
the
on, if
Essenes
I'm not
were
mistaken.
the Essenes apparently were present at least 200 to 300 years before Jesus was born,
Okay,
because the Dead Sea Scrolls are
mhm.
are dated from before Jesus' time.
Right, correct,
Um,
correct, correct, correct.
but they aren't
Man,
they aren't at the same time as the actual Torah was written. The Torah was much earlier. The
Mhm,
Jews hadn't yet divided into groups, and they
mhm,
didn't start developing into groups until after the exile of 586 BC, when they
mhm.
started. In fact, the grouping part of the Jews began probably in the time of Antiochus Epiphanes, or after Alexander the Great came down.
Mhm. So let
Um,
me ask you. So when you say Jews, are you talking about the Orthodox or are you talking about the Hebrews?
well, no, the Hebrews are the 12 tribes. They're the
Okay.
12 tribes of Israel.
So with that being said, so the 12 tribes of Israel, correct? So Israel. So with that being said, uh, so the 12 tribes would be considered from what Middle East. So would you consider them to be Arabic?
No, no, they were the sons of Israel. Uh, they were Bnei Yisrael, the sons of Israel, and
Mhm.
Israel had his name Jacob or Jacob, and so you have Avram or Avraham,
Mhm.
Abraham, and then
Mhm.
Yitzhak, Isaac, and
Mhm.
then after him is Jacob. You had Jacob and Esau, the two sons of Yitzhak or Isaac, and then from Jacob
Mhm.
you have the story of him wrestling with God,
Mhm. And
and where the angel of the Lord said, "Your name shall no longer be Yaakov, but Yisrael, because you have struggled, you have fought with God."
so what is
And
that?
so
So what is the name in English term? What was his new
Israel,
name?
Israel,
Okay. Okay.
Israel,
Okay.
and Israel had 12 sons.
Mhm.
Israel had 12 sons. He had, I don't know if I can name them all, but you had Reuben, Gad,
Mhm.
You ain't got to
Naphtali,
you ain't got to
Benjamin.
name them all. You ain't got to name them all. I don't want to get too far. I don't want to get too far because I feel like we're going into the mythology. Check me out. What I want to say is when we speak of incest, when we speak of incest, oh, give me one
I just
second.
gave that as an example. I just
So
gave that as an example of people who are going
mhm.
into the why.
Right.
That the story of incest is an example of where science and religion come together to discuss why.
All right, let me take me out real quick. Take me out real quick. Sis. When we speak of incest, we got to understand this. In Africa, we was not on that shit. Now, when you speak of North Africa, you gotta. We only could speak of Egypt doing that shit. We can't speak of no damn. We can't speak of no goddamn Nubians, no
New
goddamn
the
Congo,
so
no goddamn Madagascar.
so with that
It's
being
really
said, so the three pyramids in Egypt represents the three races that reigned supreme that brought Egypt to what it was. It was
Hold on, hold on. What are
Nubi
those words?
it was Nubia, Nubians, Kemet. So you would say I guess you would say some of the people from Kush. I guess you can say some people from Kush, but mostly Kemetic. And then you had Ethiopia. Those were the three that brought that. Those are the three. I guess you could say races, or I'm not going to say races, but you could say I'm going to say tribes. Those are the three main, conglomerates that brought Egypt into what it was. That's what made Egypt flourish and everything like that.
All right, hold up, Jalen, Jalen, hold up. Let me just say this.
Mhm.
Let me just say this. When we speak of incest, you gotta understand
Nubia wasn't doing that.
that is a European, that is a
Arabic.
that is an Arabic, but I can't too much put it on the Arabics because they was taking shit down. What I want to say is this, you know what I'm saying? When we speak of incest, we cannot think that made humanity. We cannot think that
No,
that
never.
remade humanity. We cannot think that two black people made a white person. Or two white people made a black person. That's illogical, that's irrational, and that's unscientific.
Well,
So when we
actually,
speak of
on that point, I was reading something which was suggesting that there were probably several origins of humanity in different parts of the world, and that there were found, and this is something I read just a year or so ago. There were also found hominids in Germany of a similar or equal age to the hominids
Mhm.
found in the Ethiopian gorge. So it may well be that humanity emerged in various parts of the world at around the same time through a variety of sources, and so that not so that the people who were in the Ethiopian gorge may have been the same people or the same hominids as you
Mhm.
could find in Germany at the time, but of a
okay,
similar age, of a similar development, and that human development is something that has gone on, not starting in Africa and branching out, but maybe starting in several parts of the world and branching out, so that
well
so
we
the
gotta
people who
hold
emerged
up.
in
Let me stop
Germany
you right
may
there,
have had
brother.
an independent development for at least a while.
Let me stop you right there, brother Tip. The oldest human bones, ancient human bones, is found in Africa. Now, when you said that maybe different things sprouted from different places, yes, we're talking about ancient human beings. But
Exactly.
when we talk about Homo sapiens sapien, me, you, modern humans, they came back out of Africa. So it started in Africa and it came back out of
Well,
Africa.
that
Well,
was
once
that
you
was the theory, but there is now evidence.
Mhm.
There is now evidence that I've read
Yeah,
that there are that
you're talking about ancient. You're talking about
yes.
ancient humans. You're talking about Homo
Erectus.
heidelbergensis.
Erectus. Yeah.
No,
Hoper hopper.
I'm talking about humanoids, not humans, but humanoids
Oh, humanoids. Okay.
about the same
Right.
time as Lucy and
He's talking about
the
ancient humans.
fossils
Right.
of the Ethiopian gorges of Kenya and the gorges of Kenya.
Mhm.
There are hominids of equal age
Mhm.
found discovered quite recent. Yes, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. You don't believe it, but
It
I'll
was
send it to
it
you.
was it was 500. I believe it was 500 million. I just seen it today too. It popped up.
I'll send it to you. You don't believe me,
So,
but I'll send it to you. But for the purpose of right now, I have read. You can take it. You can take this from me as far as you want. I
mhm.
have read that similar humanoids to the oldest humanoids found in Kenya have also been found in Germany
Mm-mm.
very recently,
It's too late. She got
within
them
the
too late.
last year or two. And I'll send you the article.
I'm looking it up right now,
So
but the tip you got it.
So, here's my thing. All right, y'all have a good day. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
So we got the oldest found in East Africa, and they're saying that they found human ancestors in Europe evolving. What I want to say real quick, but Chip. What I want to say real quick, but Chip. Those are those are ancient human beings, like I was saying. Those came out of Africa also, brother.
you're not reading what I've read, but I'll send it to you.
Most definitely, most definitely. See now, when we say the Bible kind of
Nothing to do
blurs
with the Bible.
the
It's
Bible
Germany.
blurs all of this up. So
Well, the Bible does. The Bible isn't
what you
doesn't
say?
date from that ancient time. The Bible is
Right,
talking.
correct. So
The Bible is talking from what it
correct. So
knows. It's not a complete
correct.
picture of
So when
So,
we
humanity.
talk
okay. So with the Bible and everything. So with the Bible and everything. In the Bible, it did talk about more beings being on Earth. That had been ancient humanoids, and the reason why I say that is because if you ever go back and you read the story, if you read
You disappeared. Sorry.
hey brother Chip.
what you call? Hello,
Hey brother Chip.
can you hear me?
I
Hey
do now.
yeah, Jalen. Yeah.
Can't hear you, bro.
Hey brother Chip. It says the jawbone of an 8 million
Hold
year old ape discovered in Nikiti, Greece. Is that what you're talking about, brother Chip?
I'd have to look at it, but no, no. What I read is that that parts of humanoids dating from around the time of Lucy or earlier was found in Germany within the last year or two. So tested as early as any of the of as any fossils found in the gorge in Kenya have also been found in Germany.
So Greece is not Germany.
Go. No, heck
No,
no.
Germany is Deutschland.
Mm-hmm.
Deutschland, Deutschland, überall.
Ah, yeah. So, but yeah, so like I was saying though, is that the Bible did speak about these ancient humanoids, and it go into depth. Like I was saying, if you read the story of Cain and Abel and everything, um, not the King James version, but if you read like the older Bibles, he says when God tells him, hey, like you gotta get out, everything like that. He says the people out there will kill me. But mind you, you can't, it's Cain and Abel. So not too many generations have already sprouted. Not too many generations have sprouted. So what
No,
other
it's a
people?
it's a low population, but the Bible doesn't give a complete view of the world. It's like somebody taking out a camera and taking a series of pictures.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a movie projector. It's not showing
Right.
the whole thing. It's not coming from the beginning to the end. It's a snapshot of different little vignettes. It's not talking
Mm-hmm.
about the entire geologic table or the entire history of life in the world. It's not
Oh no,
doing
no.
that.
Oh no, not at all. It was just like I said, it's just with certain like so me growing up in a Christian household of anybody, that hasn't got the true proper teaching, because let's be honest, like in a lot of these churches and everything, we're not getting the proper teaching.
Well,
So
I
like
mean,
so
some of them do the best they can. Some of them know more than others. Some of them are more educated than others. Some of them have studied this, have studied other things, and some have not. So everyone comes with a certain degree of knowledge, however they get it, and
now
then they go to church, or they do what they do, and they bring the knowledge that they have, which is not complete. It's not necessarily detailed. It's not necessarily complete, and there's a lot that no matter how much somebody knows, there's a ton of stuff that they don't know, and it
mhm.
doesn't matter what the subject is. You could find somebody who's a great physicist, and studied the laws of nature to a great degree, but they may know nothing about literature, nothing about theology, very little about philosophy, and very little about other softer subjects. They haven't had the time, they haven't had the interest. And the same thing
Now
is true of the historians or the biologists or
mhm.
the environmentalists. They know what they know, and the fields are so broad now and so deep that you have people who really, the only thing they're really sure about is what they wrote in their dissertation.
but I also I do agree with you about the oldest humanoid being found in Germany, because because I think I seen that report. Didn't that report come out in like
Cut it
2000?
out. Hey, hold up,
But
hold up. I gotta see that source. I gotta
Well,
see that goddamn
I
source.
promise
Cause
you I'll send it to you.
hold up. It say
I promise I'll send
Hold
it to
up,
you.
Littlefoot.
You want to see it
All right,
right now, or do
check
you
me out.
want
It
to
say,
see it later?
all right, check me out. It say Littlefoot. Let me get into it. Littlefoot was in South Africa, and it's 3.67 million years ago. And then
It's not South Africa, it's
Lucy
Germany.
and Lucy from Ethiopia. I think Lucy said 3.4 million years ago. So you gotta, and then when we talking about the Omo, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, Jalen, you
I'll
can't
send it
just
to you, but I can't be in the
gotta see
chat.
the fucking
I'll
source.
send it to you, but I will send it to you because I've read it. In fact, I know people who know the guy who discovered it.
so let me ask
I
you a
know
question.
people who know the guy.
Now let me ask you this.
Didn't that report come
Now
out in
let me
early
ask you this.
2000s?
Now let me ask you this, Let me ask you this so we can be sure. Are we saying that it's Homo sapiens sapien? Or are we saying that it's ancient humanoid?
Ancient humanoid.
Yeah, because you got to think about it, bro. The very first Homo sapien sapien, or the Super sapien, came from the Dogons of West Africa, the Dogon tribe. They were, you know what I'm saying, like those were the very first ones. Like if you like,
Jalen,
and that's
how
just a
they
fact.
Jalen,
They'll
Germany?
go ahead. No, I'm not saying Germany. I'm saying West Africa. I'm saying West Africa. But
Nah, nah, nah. He said
now,
he
now,
said that it's
now, if we want to talk about
that
ancient
the oldest
humans, if we
bone.
want to talk about ancient
Nah,
humans,
that's what he just said.
I don't
You
think.
just agreed with us, Jalen.
No,
What
not
the
at all. No, no,
fuck?
no, 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 no. Hold on. Wait a minute, because you let me finish. I seen the report. You know, I'm not gonna say I seen the report, but I seen the report where an ancient human was found, but they found the same kind of ancient human in Ethiopia.
Yes,
So
Ethiopia was found first.
basically what he's saying is that, and it's true, you can go and read you can read everything, bro. Read history yourself. Go back and read African history. Because I took African history. They migrated, bro. These people migrated. Just like how animals are. Just how animals are, right? Animals migrated.
Hey, look, Jalen. They migrated, but he's saying started or before.
Oh
Started
no.
around the same
Oh
time or
no.
before.
No.
How the
No.
hell can
No.
they
No.
migrate and start at the same time?
No. No.
No,
Not at all.
I think that the evidence is that there may be independently developing humanoids in various parts of the world. We only know right now two. We know
Mhm.
Africa, and there are reports, recent reports, that they found the same thing in Germany. And they haven't found it in Greece, they haven't found it in Italy, they found it in Germany, they found it in Ethiopia. That doesn't mean that they won't find it in China or India or other places. But the
Hey, that's what I
idea
was
is
going.
that
That's what I was going.
independent independent development independent development of ancient humanoids in various parts of the world at roughly the same time,
No, no,
forgetting
no,
about
no, no, no,
others.
no, 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 no.
I'll send it to you.
We gotta stay on. We gotta see. It's like the Bible. Like the Bible just mushed it together. We gotta be specific with what we saying. If we saying that we found ancient humanoids around the world at the same time, that's in the same class, Homo heterobrigandis, I would agree with you. If you saying that we found the earliest human bones ever from Africa. We found some even older than that in Germany. If that's what the fuck you saying, you gotta show me that goddamn source. If it's older than 4 million years
I'll
old,
send it
I
to you.
gotta see the source.
I'll send it to you. I can't send it to you while I'm talking to you, but I'll send it to you
My
as I
thing
can find it.
is, that, again, from what I had seen, from what I had read, they stated that humanoid, because this is not the first time I ever seen they say they found a humanoid in Russia or Germany. That's not, but I've seen scientists calculate and say that, you know, they may have, like I said, the only possible way that same ancient humanoid could have got in Germany is if he migrated to Germany.
Well, I
There's
mean,
no, you,
unless it happened independently.
and you know what I'm saying, and
Independently, what do you mean by independently?
he's talking about independently, as far as in that, like, he,
It shows up
that,
here and it shows
Hey,
up
is
there.
he
All you
talking
can
like a
talk about
plant?
is what
Like
you
a
see.
plant? Like a plant?
but
Well, I mean, the fossil shows up here, the fossil shows up there.
I
How
mean,
what?
yeah, yeah, the fossils gonna show, but those are fossils. You know what I'm saying? The fossils are gonna stay there. They're not gonna move.
No, the
They're not
fossils
going to
aren't
move.
moving.
But if you
You
think
see the
about, I'm talking
fossil
about human
here,
life,
you see the
because
fossil there. I mean,
because
that's the
people,
best you can do. You're
right,
not going to dig these people up and say, "Hey, tell us where you were born and were you always here, or did your grandparents
because,
move?"
well,
This is prehistory. All you can do is read the
and
bones.
and that's true, and I get that, but at the same time, I'm still, people laugh at me and everything and whatnot when I say the supercontinent and everything. That at one point everything was a supercontinent and everything,
Pangea. Well, that's very
and and
true.
and and and
Pangea is
and, and,
real.
and, and, and and so that's my entire thing on how he'll be, that ancient humanoid will be able to migrate. I don't think that he just sprouted out of nowhere, out of nothingness, out of water. No, I don't
Well,
believe that.
no, I mean, no, all you can say, you could say, all you can say, it depends on your theory of things. You could say,
So
if you believe in God, that God provided the conditions
I
for
I feel
these different humanoids to arise in different places at the same time.
The
now,
You
Bible
could
don't,
argue
but the
that.
Bible
That's
don't
the
talk
who
about that.
question.
The Bible
Or you
don't
could
talk
do
about
the
that.
atheist version and say, whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is.
So, like, my thing is
Chip,
this,
hey
man.
Chip, now I see what the hell you was talking about. Earlier, I didn't know what the hell you was meaning. Now I see what the hell you saying, Chip.
So, my thing is that, like,
That's the atheist creation myth. Whoop, there it is.
that, but
Whoop,
that,
there it is.
I think honestly, man, I don't, like I said, I feel like they migrated and they found a place and they called it home. I also feel honestly that Earth, me personally, in this, and I don't care what nobody say, I just do not feel that Earth is supposed to have winter. I just don't believe in winter. I just don't. I believe at one point I believe this is a tropical planet.
I think you were right. In the time of Pangea, I think the world began around the equator. That the
And,
land of the world, that the land of the world started around the equator,
and but I
and
don't.
drifted a few centimeters a year, and over the many years,
Many years exactly
it,
because
it, it, it drifts a little bit every year, falls apart every year, moves
mhm,
to the west, moves to the east, and so at this
the
point,
perfect is the perfect example is California. They said whenever I was in elementary school, they said in like 50 years, California will be, its own island. I seen a report that came out 2017-18 talking about it again, that it dropped lower than that, and that California probably only got 25, 20 years left before it breaks off completely.
I think that's catastrophe thinking. I think the world will probably move by the few centimeters a year that it's
Mm-hmm.
moving. It might be maybe a half a centimeter, maybe one, maybe two. You're talking about things that move just barely, that you can hardly measure in a year, in 2 years, in 20 years, in 100 years. It doesn't show up in a single human lifetime. But if you could come back and see the continents in a few million years, then I think you would find that things are very much differently placed than they are today. It could actually go back around and become Pangea once again. It's possible that in millions and millions of years the continents will drift back around, reach the North Pole, swoop around, and come and start coming back together on the other side. And in a few million or billion years, we could be at Pangea once again. But I don't think you have to worry about California being an island in your lifetime at all. May, Maybe not ever.
Oh no, like I said, I wasn't using it as, like I said, as you said, catastrophe thinking. I was just saying that that's just an example that things can break apart and things can get put, can come back together.
For example, a lot of these dinosaurs that are discovered in northern Alberta, Canada. And
Mm-hmm.
northern Alberta is very cold. But I think that reptiles would have a very hard time, especially giant reptiles, would have an extremely hard time living in an Alberta winter. I think it's just completely not possible. So wherever these animals were, they must have been much farther south than they are today, which means that the continent North America and that must have been swept back around and located someplace in the Atlantic Ocean. And now it's sort of swiveled until the north is in the far north. But that's like over a period. The dinosaurs died 60 million years ago. They think, and so the positions of the continents were probably far different 60 million years ago than they are now.
Hey, so real quick, I'm gonna say the oldest um human remains a human. I'm gonna have to say it say the Omo one bone found in Ethiopia 233,000 years ago. That's you know what I'm saying. That's hominid. So
Well,
I'm gonna say that that's what it say. It say
that could be
Ethiopia
what they
as
know
the
now. That could be what they know now. It could be next year they'll find something someplace else, and all that will have to be rethought. But that might be if it, that Homo sapiens sapiens, that might be the earliest one they found so far. That's certainly
Let
possible.
me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So, if they find another one older, can we all agree that it's gonna be found in Africa?
No, not until we have to know where it's going to be found. That's the whole problem idea of the how. The how question is, what is it? Where is it? What is it? And you're not going to, I mean, the only way you're going to find that out is when you find that out. Until you find that out, you're right, and we live with that. If you're right, we live with that until we find out you're wrong. And I don't, and if you're wrong, my
Okay, so let
feedback,
me
if
just
you're
say this.
wrong, if you are wrong, I think you're going to be only relatively wrong, because I think if there are other humans of the same age that they simply haven't found in some of these wetter, colder places, where things decay faster. They simply haven't found the bones that indicate what happened in Europe, or what happened in the Middle East, or what happened in East Asia, or what happened or what happened in the Indian subcontinent. There's a lot of things we simply aren't going to find. So
Let
our
me say
knowledge
one
is
thing.
constant.
Let me say one thing. I kind of agree with you on, and let me just acknowledge this. When you say that you believe life was scattered around the earth and it was everywhere, and then when I asked you, I was like a plant, and I wanted to see what you was gonna say. What we can say to that is everything started in Africa. Then like Jalen said, it migrated out. Humans move. You feel me? Once a
Well,
population
that
gets
is
too
that
big,
is what you think. That is
what
what
you
you
say?
think. I think
No,
there's
no, 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 no,
emerging
no, 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 no,
evidence.
no, no. You never heard of outer Africa theory?
Of course, but I think
You
that theory may be
know there's
may be
two
being
of them, right?
revised. That
You know
theory
there's
may
two of
be
them,
being
right?
revised.
You know there's two of them, right? Say it again, Mr. Chip.
I said that theory may be being revised based upon brand new emerging evidence from Germany, and maybe we will see from other places as well, that out of Africa may
Brother
turn out
Chip,
to be out of several places.
Brother Chip. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. If all creation came from a black woman, and you trying to tell me that it can be revised like they found somebody in Germany, then what you trying to tell me is all creation came from a white person, Brother Chip. And you know
No,
that's
I'm
not
saying
possible.
what I'm saying.
Y'all can't take the sun, Brother Chip. Y'all can't take the
I
sun.
have no problem. I have no problem that early human beings came out of Africa. I'm not troubled by that in the slightest. My point is simply this, and I'll show you the evidence when I get off this call. I will go
No, no, no,
find the
no,
evidence and
Brother
show it to
Chip.
you.
I'm taking you, Brother Chip. I'm taking you. I'm agreeing. I'm respecting your opinion on your evidence. I'm saying you can't be logically saying that to say that, Brother Chip. If everything's Adam and Eve, right? Adam and Eve, right? From what you trying to tell me Adam and Eve started in Germany, Brother Chip.
No, Adam and Eve has nothing to do with the age of the humanoids. Adam and Eve is the special, as I see it, is the special creation of the first people with whom God had
Facts.
personal dealings.
Okay, so
So it
let me
has
ask you
nothing
this.
to do with humanoids at all. It has nothing to do with human beings. It has to do with when did God come into the world and choose to create a man and a woman and do his experiment whenever he did it. The information that we get from the Bible um, is that the period that Genesis seems to be talking about is the Stone Age, the Neolithic era. So possibly Genesis is has a time period is looking at around 8,000 BC. So if that's the case, it has nothing to do with paleontological
I got you.
explanations of the rise of humanoids. When we're
I
talking
got you,
about
brother. So
humanoids or
I,
even the rise of human beings, we're not talking about Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve
I
is a
got you,
separate question.
Hmm.
brother Chip. The only reason why I asked that, because I wanted to see where you were going. If you was to say that humanity started in Germany, brother Chip, are you saying that human beings sprouted up like plants?
Well, I think there could be an origin in several places. It's like a fire in a house. It gets started in the basement and the second floor and in the first floor library. You could have a simultaneous emergence of human beings, of humanoids, shall we say, modern humanoids in various parts of the world. You could find that. You could find a
So
development of
why would
humanoids
so why would the
in various
black
parts
so
of the
why
world.
would the so why would the black woman so why would the black woman be the only one that have the God gene? Being sprouted from Germany, brother.
Well, and also the evidence as far as the DNA is concerned, from what I've heard, is that there's a number of sources of DNA that they could. Paleological DNA doesn't go back to one person. Paleological DNA goes back to maybe 10 to 12 people. And so the actual genealogy of human beings, the physical genealogy, may not be from one man and one woman. The genealogy of human beings may go back to like 10 or 12 people. So not
I have
one,
I
but
I
but a
have no
group.
problem. I have no problem with that. That's why I don't agree that incest can start a civilization. Like in the Bible. What I'm trying to get you to understand is, brother. What I'm trying to get you to understand is, brother, if the mitochondrial Eve gene started in East Africa, brother. I'm trying to get you to understand something, brother.
Well,
I'm trying to get you to
it
understand something.
may be
Check me out. A black woman can't create any motherfucking shade, my brother. That come from Africa, brother. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is, brother, you talking about this Germany shit. A white woman cannot create a Wesley Snipes. A white woman cannot create a Congo looking person. No matter how black a white woman, no matter how dark of a dude a white woman lay down with, she cannot create a goddamn uh um the nigga from Blood Diamond. I can't think of his name right now. Cujo, whatever
But
his
but
name
but
is. But
but it may well be, and we don't know this yet. This may be information yet to come. But it may be that the humanoids in Germany or someplace else, which we haven't found out, were the ancestors of later white people, and that the people out of Ethiopia and the gorge in Kenya are the origins of black people, and
see,
that there may be
we will be going against science, brother.
well,
You trying to give me the 12 tribe chart. You trying to give me the 12 tribe chart. I get it. What I'm telling you is science don't work like that, brother. Science don't work like
I'll
that.
show you the information.
If human life started in Africa, if human life started in Africa, migrated out of Africa, y'all both agreed about Pangea. Y'all both agreed about that bullshit. Both of y'all agree about Pangea. Mr. Chip, if y'all both agree about that bullshit, then we gotta understand, Mr. Chip, it wasn't hard for humans to populate, to roam the earth.
It was
About this
not.
roaming the four corners of the earth, that's
It
some
was not.
Bible shit. This 12 tribe chart, we got a China
That's a
mother,
possibility.
godmother, we got a white
That's
godmother, we got a black godmother, we got an Indian godmother. Brother
But
Chip, what I'm trying to tell
it's
you is
also
human
possible that
life started.
wherever Germany was in Pangea, there might have been some people there about the same age as the oldest
Nah,
humanoids
nah,
in
nah, nah, nah,
history.
nah. See, that's where you lose me at. When you say about the same age as, or around the same time, or even before, you throwing dirt on my dough. You throwing dirt on my
What does
African
it matter?
shalom. Hala, buko,
What
waka,
does it
tala, tala.
matter? What does it matter? What does it
Because,
matter?
brother,
Does it matter?
science,
Does it matter if
if
I
science,
come from
check
you
me
or
out.
you come
That's
from me?
what
What does it
religion do.
matter?
That's what religion do. Religion tell you fuck what you see right in front of you. No, science says the oldest human life comes from out of Africa. But you with this Germany shit, like I said, brother, white people cannot take intake the sun for long periods of time. So you gotta understand how the hell human life started with y'all. And come on, brother, you gotta cut it out.
Well,
You gotta cut it out. Y'all what? Y'all
or you
are
could
the
simply
youngest.
say,
Greece,
or you could
listen
simply
to me.
say that
Germany,
the
them the youngest.
humanoids, we
Y'all the
don't know what
youngest
they look like.
motherfuckers alive, boss.
We don't know what they look like. We don't know what they look like.
Eurasia, the people from Eurasia and everything, Eurasia haven't been around for no more than 12,000 years.
Well,
That's and like I said, that's not coming from me. That's not me listening to no Pan African mumbo jumbo.
We talking
I'm
two
go,
hundred
I'm
thousand,
I'm
two
going,
hundred thousands of
I'm
years with, let me
going,
say,
I'm going with what the signs say and everything and whatnot.
well, I'll send you the
Again,
article about.
now the humanoid, like I said, I do agree with you with the humanoid, like I said, because I've seen that, but I've also read the Chicago Stone and everything. I
because
didn't read, you know what I'm saying? I
because
didn't
I would say that that Pangea that the Pangea of 60 million years ago is not going to be the location of humanoids in 3 or 4 million years ago. There's a lot of continental shift between 60 million years ago and
that's a fact.
Pangea, and the continental shift which would have occurred by up to 4 million years ago or 3 million years
But
ago.
at the same time, I do know from, like I said, from my studies and everything that people did migrate from Africa. They came from South. They started from the bottom. They started from the very bottom. That's why you always hear that term, started from the bottom, started from nothing. They came from the bottom of South Africa and moved up and everything. That is, you know what I'm saying? You can go to West Africa, South Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia, Nubia. You can ask anywhere and they'll tell you that everybody expanded, everybody moved
Well,
and everything.
people always
So,
just look at the nearest hill. Even as a child, go look at a hill, and even if
hey,
you're a child, you're going to say,
brother Chip,
"What's on the other side of that hill?" And
brother Chip, brother Chip, do you know what the E gene is?
the E gene.
Right.
What do you mean by the E gene?
Okay, let me explain it to you. In human genetics, the mitochondrial Eve is the matrilineal most recent common ancestor of all living humans. In human genetics, the mitochondrial Eve is the matrilineal most recent common ancestor of all living humans. Who have the Eve gene? Where was it found? In East Africa, brother. We gotta
that was
slow
West.
down, brother.
I
We
thought it
gotta
was
slow
West
down.
Africa.
Well, I think that there may be some more recent information which is that there's a variety of sources for the mitochondrial DNA, not just one. I think that there's more recent information, but I'm not an expert. It's not my field.
Right. I feel you on that. With that, that cut mitochondrial Eve. Now, they say in science that I think women have something to where it's basically saying that like women can give birth to any race. I forgot the actual term of that DNA. I forgot the actual term, but it is said that it is found in women.
Hey,
So
don't muddy it up. Black women, African
yeah,
women.
well, yeah, black women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like black, you know what I'm saying? You know, so like that, so that right there was actually found. That was actually found in black women and everything. That study had been tested over time and time and time again to the point to where like they that's when
So
the
when you look at
mitochondrial Eve theory came. They was like, okay, well, the mitochondrial Eve theory, you know, we've been looking at this odd DNA strand in African women. We're not figuring it out, but then we find that same DNA strand or this kind of cell that has been dated back from way back then. So I mean, technically, I mean, the mitochondria. I mean, yeah, he's right. Like that. I mean, it's been proven.
Hey,
All
that's open
scientists,
cut.
all scientists so
That's
far
that's
that
that's
I've watched of every region, every religion, every race, ethnicity, everything. Since I've been growing up in school, reading and everything, they said that that human civilization started from Africa. Now, I said it to say this. When I say human civilization, I'm saying the super sapien. I'm saying, people who started to come into their conscience and everything. Do I believe now, when it comes to these humanoids and everything, I still believe that they still came out of Egypt. I just feel that they migrated. I feel that they migrated and everything.
Well, I
And
mean,
that's just, I mean,
I
and
feel
so
like
you talk
I
about,
don't
so then we talk
want
about the
to.
we're
equator.
really just at the beginning of the discussion. In all honesty, we're at
Hey,
the beginning of the
Yeah,
discussion.
brother Chip. I
I
don't want
will
to
tell
mess.
you what I know.
Hey, brother Chip, real quick. I don't want to mess. I don't want to mess the conversation up because I think we all agree. Let me tell you what we
mm,
all agree at. We all agree that certain humanoids was developed around the world around the same time. We can all agree to that, right?
that what? That what?
That certain
That
humanoids developed all around the world around the same time.
I think that's possible. We don't have the
I
evidence for that yet.
that right there.
All I've seen so far is Africa and Germany.
So so far that I've read and everything, people around the time, because you got to think about synchronicity on top of that. That's just universal from animals to humans. Synchronicity is real. Uh, I feel that people started to. I feel when people started to migrate, people started to give their information. How you doing? A large pie and a bacon cheeseburger. Thank you. But I feel
But
that
I have a couple things that I need to do yet today. So I will wish you gentlemen a good night. We can take this up another time, but I will send you the article that I read about the earliest fossils equal in age found in Germany as well as in Ethiopia. I'll send that to you. I'll look for it.
Hey,
I'll
and
send
when
it
you
to you.
find and when you find that link, you're gonna see that we all agree. We just not agreeing about the beginning.
Okay, well, I'll send it to you. It only says as much as it can say. They cannot say the way everything is. All it can say is what we saw today. That's as far as it goes. What did we see today? And the rest of it tomorrow we'll see something else. And that's the way science goes. Science tells you we see it today, and then they say, whoops, we didn't see it correctly. Tomorrow we'll see it better.
Nah,
And
nah, 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 nah. But I tell you what, brother
that's
Chip,
science.
I know you got stuff to do. You know what I'm saying, man? I really want to hang out with you for 2 more hours. If you get some time, come back.
Okay, will do. Talk to you later.
All right, boss, take it easy. But yeah, hey, Jalen.
man, like I was saying, hold on, before you get to start, man, like I said, man, I got what he was saying, but he left out a big. I feel like because like I said, the report that I seen, they said that humanoid migrated and everything, and the only reason why is because it was a hint. I think they said they found like a hint of melanin in the bone, heavy, heavy melanin within the bone marrow. Where the hell you gonna get heavy melanin from? You feel me? And again,
That's why I say. That's why I say we all agree.
but you know, I listen, like I said, a lot of things. I go do my research, and I did see throughout a lot of books, a lot of people, they agree, even white people, they even agree. They say that the Eurasians were not here. They only been here for 10,000, 12,000 years. It's a theory. They say it's a theory right now. They say that the mummies that were found in these tombs, they believe shoot those weren't real black people. You know what I'm saying?
You
Those
talking
weren't. You know
about
what I'm saying?
an
Like, huh?
You talking about an
Yeah. They saying that like they say that the bodies that they found that's in the museums now, they only been around for 10,000 years.
Well, I mean, if we talking about Egypt, you know what I'm saying? They had some Nubian Egyptian pharaohs. They had some some West African.
You had the
I ain't gonna say
you
West
had the
African. That
Cams,
sounds dumb. But they had some.
you had the Kemits, and then you had the Nubians. The Nubians was the one who really pushed the shit. People don't know that. People don't want to give the Nubians they props, but the Nubians were the ones who was really pushing. I'm talking about far ahead technology. We talking about
Hey, hey, hey! Science came along to that. Science say civilization, everything. Egypt got all that information and everything from down below. But let me say this. Let me say this real quick.
go ahead, bro.
Um, with the what we was just talking about with the oh
Oh,
yeah,
she
with
get back
the
to it.
with the oh yeah, the kings. What I was talking about. Oh yeah, the say it, they had Nubian kings in Egypt that ruled Egypt at certain periods of time. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if you saying that they had fake mummies, you feel me? They
Thank
stole
you.
fake shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? Or know what I'm saying? I don't know, but to say if you saying that the a lot of the Egyptians was not black
No, I ain't saying
like
that.
sub-Saharan Africa.
No, what I'm saying, bro, for one, bro, when people be saying, bro, Egyptian weren't black, bro, go ask a real Arabic man. You know what I'm saying? That study. For one, how are you Egyptian? For one, how you gonna sit and say that Egyptians not black? Okay, but y'all can't even read hieroglyphics. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't even read hieroglyphics.
The land of Kush.
You know what I'm saying? But if y'all take a person from Ethiopia, you know, or Nubia, or lineages from say from Kim, which you're really not gonna find as much because a lot of them were it was it. I'm not gonna say intermingled, but they were raped, raped in and shit. But bro, like they can't even like bro, like people don't gotta understand, bro, that the Arabics attacked Egypt. The Arabics attacked the Middle East. The Arabics were never in the Middle East, bro. They never owned the Middle East. They never did. That's why when people be like, the Middle East is not Africa, nigga. Bro, you gotta be crazy because the Middle East came from bro. The Middle East came from Arabics, bro. It came from Arabic. And the reason why it would trips me out is that how y'all gonna claim Middle East, but then y'all try to claim Egypt as Middle East as well. How is that possible?
Well,
How is that possible?
Egypt transcontinental.
Understand. But at the same time, though, it's still a part of
So we
Africa.
know we know where everything come from for real though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. But what people don't understand is that, bro, is that Arabics took over, Spaniards took over, the Eurasians took over, and that's just is what it is, bro. Like at the end of the day, regardless of how people try to flip and try to say, oh, we came from him, we came from there. The Homo erectus, maybe what you call it, but when the Super Sapiens came, with them whatever, Homo sapiens sapien, bro, was basically like Homo erectus or Homo negensis getting their consciousness, starting to realize, oh, okay, wait a minute, oh, we doing this wrong, we doing this right. They're starting to have self-awareness. That shit started up out of Africa, and that's just a fact. That's a fact
That's why.
and
Hey, but look,
everything.
Jalen. Hey, look, Jalen. That's why
Go
I
ahead.
say it's. That's why I said it's two out of Africa theories because we got the one you
Mm-hmm.
talking about and we got the creation.
Okay. So,
It's two of them. So you got the creation and you got the ancient humanoids populating the earth, spreading out, migrating, and then motherfuckers come back and create the Homo sapiens sapiens.
but people don't understand is that Eurasians or white people, you want to say, they are the mutation of a, they are the mutation of a mute. They are the mutation of a
So
mutation.
so this Germany. So this Germany shit, this Greece shit, bruh, these are mutations.
Bro. You raised, bro, these Germans, Britain, whatever you want to say, no disrespect, y'all saying I ain't racist. But y'all have not been around for no more than 10,000 years. Y'all have not been
But
around no more than
it
10,000
ain't
years.
racist if you tell it ain't racist if you telling the truth.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a fact. Like, y'all haven't been around for no more than 12,000 years. 12,000. We've been here 36, what? 36 million. So around there. We've been here a long time. We were the first ones, and that's just a fact.
Over 300,000, over
The,
300,000. We've been using our hands and our mouth
yeah.
and all that.
When people don't understand, bro, agriculture, bro, came from Southwest Africa, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Dogons. You know what I'm saying? The Dogons were the one who started learning, you know what I'm saying, who started doing agriculture. That's a fact in everything. The whole story of the creation comes from South Africa. And just stores were just made. As you can see how stores are made and you know, changed up over time. This is how it started, bro. The story of creation came from Africa and everything, bro. And you can
Hey,
just
and we
go from
don't
there, bro.
get, hey, Jalen, we don't get too tangled up. We don't get too tangled up on that West
Nah,
Africa
nah,
East
never. Nah, never.
because
Nah,
we
never
know.
that.
Hey, look, because we know they classify that shit as sub-Saharan. But when we say South Africa, we talking about everything under North Africa.
Yeah, everything other than North Africa, bro. So I don't know how to word like and see, and that's a whole nother thing, bro. Like the names, the places in Africa, bro, that's not the original names. That's not the original names, bro. Like these, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like these names, bro, meant something, bro. Meant something. They
Nah,
changed
we gotta
everything.
go by the tribes. We gotta go by the game.
You know what I'm saying, bro? So, you know, and bro, like I said, man, it's just so much, bro. Like, you know, you like people, I think people are more caught up in where it started from where and everything like that, bro. Science already proved, bro, that we was already here before then. Y'all been, y'all been, y'all been doing this theory, bro, since since fucking World War II. Since World War II. And we know, you know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, I mean, I can go back to that because this is when Hitler started to realize, like, shit, the fuck really going on? Like, what's really going on, bro? But you know, and that's just is what it is. Like, bro, people started to realize that, bro, like a lot of these places, bro, and the motherfuckers ain't they land now. When you comes to Europe and everything, yeah, I give to Europe, yeah, that's y'all land. But let's keep it a book, bro. Our stupid cousins, our stupid kinfolks came out there and gave y'all the knowledge. You can go back to Africa. You can go back to ancient Egypt right now. You can go into the Egypt you can go into Nubia right now. Nubia will show in their hieroglyphs. Shit, you can go to Greece, ancient Greece right now. It'll show what black people coming, doing what, showing them how to bathe. So you know what I'm saying. So I don't think, like I said, now could you know, another humanoid pop up in Germany? Yeah, possibly. The only reason why I'm saying that is because you got to think about the black plague. You got to think about the black plague. But I don't think y'all just, you know what I'm saying, they came up out of water. No, hell no. I think they were brought over there. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't know. But if you go through your DNA, everybody has a genetic marker, a genetic mark in their DNA.
Man,
But
human migration. Hey, human migration is real. Why do we say
no,
human
human migration
migration
is
is
real.
real? Why do we say human migration is real? Because what the fuck do humans do? We follow the animals. We follow the animal trails. Wherever the
That's
animals going, that's where
That's
we
a
going.
fact. We follow, and that's a fact. And that's a fact. That's why, like, when people, you know, say, "Oh, you know, this and this and this," oh, bro, come on, bro. Like, people don't understand, bro. Like, nigga, did y'all not understand? Like, y'all actually go back and read the war when when the colonizers came to take Ethiopia the first time, bro. These niggas looking at us like, bro, these niggas riding fucking lions. You know what I'm saying? They pulling up with gorillas, bro. We can't beat niggas like this. These are gods. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
All we got is so. I mean, bro, niggas got to understand, bro, is that there's just no way that you can't that you can say that a person was just found in. There's no way, bro. There's no way. Like you said, bro, we follow the animals, bro. We follow, bro. Bro, think about it. When the season come, if I'm in Africa, bro, and the seasons get to coming, and I see some fucking birds that I like to eat fly to a certain direction, guess where I'm going? That direction. If I see any deer going to a direction, guess where I'm going? That direction.
you know what they go? You know what a dumb nigga gonna say? A dumb nigga gonna say, why would they leave what they already got, motherfucker? They ain't got nothing. You think it's hard to build that hut? You think it's hard to build that goddamn stick house 300
Right,
miles away
right.
from you? They not trying to conquer land, but they trying to explore
Yeah, they try to explain them. You know what I'm saying?
and be peaceful. They don't want to be on top of motherfuckers. They don't want to be on top of each other. Once the civilization gets so big, they break off.
Facts. And that's a fact. And that's exactly what who
Start
did,
anew.
huh?
What you say, Jalen?
Nah, and like I said, and that's and no, I was just talking about what you said when you talking about that when you know when the population get too big, everybody break off. But that's a fact though. That's human nature because it's like shit. If it's too many people, ain't enough food. I'm hungry. I ain't about to stay. I ain't staying here. Y'all got everything. Okay, well you know what? While y'all stay here,
Hey, they
I'm gonna
don't
go somewhere.
think. Niggas don't think.
It's common human nature. That's the thing. This is what pisses me off, that people can study science, people can study ancient civilization, history, but people do not study human laws of nature.
Jalen, we watched the damn Animal Channel.
I
A
watch that shit every day.
motherfucking a lion or a hyena or a cheetah, they gonna go out of their zone. They gonna go
Mm-hmm.
out of their fucking zone to kill something and drag
That's
that
a
bitch
fact.
back to their zone. Why are they doing
Exactly.
that? Why are they doing that? Because it's competition in their
Mm-hmm.
zone.
Exactly. Exactly.
So so we gotta be realistic. Let's look at the African tiger.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the African tiger and then look at the Chinese tiger. Look at the Asian tiger.
Mm.
Now let's look at the
Mm.
African tiger and let's look at the Asian tiger. The damn Asian tiger skinnier. That motherfucker bony.
Mm-hmm. But
Come
then,
on, bro.
but
Let's
then,
look at the
but
African
then,
elephant.
hold on, wait a
Let's
minute.
look at the
Wait a minute.
Asian elephant.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let's look at the Siberian tiger in Russia. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you say. Of course, again, like I'm like nigga, what the fuck is a damn tiger doing in Russia?
And then what happened to it though? What happened to it?
That bitch got big.
That bitch died
Siberian,
off.
right, nigga. It's only like 1 or 2 left. That bitch got big, so big to where they youngest ain't eating. It's just like when people don't understand this, bro. I trip people out every time. I tell a nigga right straight. I said a jaguar, a leopard, and a panther are the same fucking cat. Just different names in different places. Now, mind you, a leopard is found in Russia, Germany. Jaguar is found in what? South America, Brazil. You know what I'm saying? A panther is found where? Africa. But it's the same fucking thing. And you know what's so crazy about it? The panther was the first thing here. And then what happened? Over time, evolution. So I say this. Yeah, they may have found a humanoid in Germany, but you at the same time, you gotta think about again evolution. You gotta think about, like you said, again, hunger, surviving. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, if I'm chasing a fucking rabbit and the fucking rabbit lead me to the fucking North Pole, then shit, that's where I'm gonna end up at. It's too many people, bro. Like, it's too many people on one continent. Don't get me wrong, Africa is a super continent. People don't know that Africa is way bigger than what it is. People don't know that. People don't know that Africa is bigger than most of these fucking continents.
Man, you could fit America, you could fit Germany, you could fit Asia and Africa comfortably. comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
And so look, you look at the African elephant, and then you look at the Asian elephant.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That goddamn Asian elephant malnourished,
Right.
malnutrition.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man, we gotta be honest. Wherever now we gon' adapt wherever we go. That's why you got the light skin. That's why you got the pale. You got the so when the light skin go out of Africa and they migrate to some place and they breed with each other, that's called a bottleneck. Shout out Uncle
Mm-hmm.
Cedric. That's called a bottleneck. They only breeding what they fucking. They only breeding what they fucking.
Yep.
So so it's so when we talk about animal trails and following the animals, you feel me? That's what we do every day. That's literally what we do every day. So if you
And,
see a herd of buffalo, you see a
mm-hmm.
goddamn herd of buffalo going 50 miles west, know what I'm saying? That motherfucker left behind that herd left behind a big ass trail. And you know what them ancient humans is doing? Following that goddamn trail. We
Mm-hmm.
gotta be real. We gotta be realistic with ourselves. The mitochondrial Eve gene pretty much killed the conversation.
I mean,
But
yeah. I mean,
man, I
bro.
wanna
Because
you got
yeah,
it.
bro. Yeah, bro. Like I said, man. Bro, you can't, like you said, you can't dispel science, bro. Like, what religion don't explain, science will explain. You know what I'm saying? That just is what it is, bro. And that was the whole reason why, like I said, bro, in the beginning of this podcast, I said, that was the reason why the church had issues with, the Illuminati, which who were created by black men. People don't know that. But the Illuminati was created by black men. And it wasn't how people thought it was. It was just sciences. And they were bringing, they were basically crossing between religion and science. And, but that's like you said, though, but people don't want to hear that. People don't want to just get the truth. Everybody want to be
Hey,
first. Everybody want
so
to be
so
first and
when
all
they
that other
say
stuff. Go ahead.
so when I just explained, you feel me, the tiger, the African tiger and the Asian tiger. When I just explained the African elephant and the Asian elephant,
Mm-hmm.
look at me and you. Look at African Americans. We
Mm-hmm.
evolved. You feel me? First we was dark as hell. Then the white man was fucking on our great grandmothers, and now we look like this.
Yeah.
Evolution is real. The Bible wants you to believe that it's 12 tribes and they sprouted up and started building churches.
Man, let me tell you something, bro.
We gotta be smart. You gotta be
Do you know where
scientific.
the 12 tribes
You
come
gotta.
from? You want
I ain't gonna lie
to
to you,
know?
Jalen.
Hold on.
Everything in the
Wait.
Bible,
It's a
everything in
lot.
the Bible is comic book to me. I'm
So
gonna just
wait,
say
hold
that.
on. So I feel you. The 12 tribes come from, which is funny, the 12 zodiacs. The 12 zodiacs come from where? Greece. You know what I'm saying? That story comes from Greece. Where that story come from? Ancient
Hey,
text.
it's a fact. It's a fact a white man made the 12 tribe chart in America. That's a fact.
You said what?
When you talk about this, when you say Greece, how you saying that it's white? When you saying that where it come from, it's a fact
Mm-hmm.
that the 12 tribe chart in America was made by a white man. You feel me? So
Mm-hmm.
we, so the Hebrew
So,
Israelites, man, they all the way lost.
so I'm going to say this, bro. That story came from Greece, bro. That came from Solon, which was Pythagoras, either Pythagoras or Plato's uncle. When he learned about the story of Atlantis, bro, it said what? It said Enki bore 12 sons. You know what I'm saying? He bore 12 sons that will go to 12 different parts, to 12 different places on Earth, and to start civilization. That's where the story comes from, bro. The whole story of Cain and Abel, that stuff is basically about spring and fall, autumn and winter. I mean, spring, spring and winter, summer and fall. That's all it's about, bro. It's an analogy, bro. Like the true story, bro. Like the story about it, bro, was that like, you know, siblings got mad, whatever. But like I said, bro, that 12 tribe shit, that came from the story of Atlantis, you know, from the Emerald tablets, you know, where it said that Enki, or we're gonna so ahead keep it Greeks because they don't give you the Greek term. Poseidon bore 12 kids. He bore 12 sons. Them 12 sons started civilization. That's where the 12 tribes come from. You know what I'm saying? That's where the whole 12 tribe story comes from, bro. Like people, like that's why I be trying to tell people, bro, people gotta fucking read, bro. Stop fucking trying to indulge into some religious shit that you was born into. Nigga, break out that fucking mental cage, bro. You a phoenix. You're not a bird. You're a phoenix. Simple. I tell every single black man that you are not a bird. You are a phoenix. Why?
Come on,
Because when you,
man. Come on, man.
you know what I'm saying? I tell every single black man this. I tell them this every time. I say, bro, you are a phoenix, bro. Why? Because every time you get knocked down, you do what? You rise again. Every time a fucking phoenix die, what he do from the ashes? He rise again. You know what I'm saying? And this is just not, you know what I'm saying? This is coming from my Native American side. You get what I'm saying? That talked about the firebird. Where that firebird came
Right.
from? Come on, man, Asia. And that's where the term phoenix come from, bro. I'm too in tune, bro. Everybody, bro, every single black man, bro, is a phoenix, bro. Why the hell you think that every time we get
Phoenix
knocked
rising.
down, we don't even go straight to war? We try to show compassion. Because that's what a phoenix is going to do. A phoenix is going to bless you before he burn you. You feel me? One thing about a phoenix, though, that's different between us and a phoenix only going to bless you one time. You mess him over one time, that's it. But see, that's the reason why is that this mental cage is keeping us from doing a whole conscious shift, because we so scared of, oh, if we commit a heinous act or we kill a white man, we gonna go to hell. See, a black man ain't gonna tell you what he's thinking subconsciously, because majority of the time he don't know what he's thinking subconsciously. But that's pretty much what it is. Oh, I don't want to kill nobody because I don't want to go to hell. Meanwhile, these niggas are here busting the caps in our ass left and right. We getting Swiss cheese out here. That's just a fact.
Hey,
I ain't
Jay.
trying to be funny. What's up?
Hey, Jay. It's crazy. It's crazy to me, bro. How this one book can have this many different interpretations. You feel me? Like if I wrote something, God is the most confusing nigga ever. If I wrote something and it's the law of the land, this basic instructions before leaving Earth, the Bible. You feel me? This motherfucker's supposed to be so straightforward. It ain't supposed to be no goddamn precept in that
Facts.
motherfucker.
Man, look, hold on, bro. This is why I be fucking niggas up. I was gonna fuck Shadow up with this one, but he ain't here. In the
Hey, he
Bible
say
in
he get
Gen,
out work at 10, man.
So in the Bible, right? When I was talking about to him, I was like, God came down. He walked through the garden looking for Adam and Eve. You are all seeing, all knowing. You don't know where your kids at? Hold on. But this is what I'm about to hit them with. So Adam
Hey,
and Eve.
hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me call CPS on guard. He don't know where his kids at. Keep going, my man.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? So, but here's my thing, bro. How can Adam and Eve look upon him, but when Lot and his wife, when Lot's wife turned around, she turned to a pillar of salt? You get what I'm saying? It said that in the Bible, when you look upon God's amazing grace, you basically turn to ash, or you turn, or you basically die. But how come Adam and Eve didn't die? How come Adam and Eve didn't die? How come David wrestled with this man, but he ain't die. But a woman turning her back, looking back to see what's going on, she turned to a pillar of salt. Come on, man. Something not adding right. So not only do we have the physical presentation of God, because people be like, oh, God isn't physical. It's a man, it says in the Bible that man came down and walked on his feet in the garden looking for his kids.
The hand of God, the voice, the strength of God. He had the eyes of God. The world is in his hands.
The world is in his hand, right? He had the eyes of God, the strength of God. They ain't talking about us. They talking about us. You know, people make me mad, bro. People like, oh, the Garden of Eden was supposed to be ours, and this and this and this, until the serpent came. So hold on, I'm gonna say this right here. What do you believe what you would have been doing had you not ate the apple, had you not known what was going on?
You would
Oh,
have
we'll be
been
in
dumb as
paradise.
shit.
I said, bro, do you think the slaves, when they came to America and they seen the beautiful green place and everything that was brought over by men in chains, so to say, did you think that they thought, oh, we in paradise? No, they knew they were slaves. So had we not, so the thing is that so in their minds, they're like, when you don't know what's going on, you're a slave. That's a fact. We don't know what's going on, you are a slave. You know what I'm saying? So they talking about, oh, this garden would have been ours and this and this and this. Okay, but you would have been in one spot. You would have been in one place. Never to ever venture out of a garden that you never wanted to see what everything else was like outside. That's like a nigga. That's like a nigga been hooping all his life, but then all of a sudden he want to be a gangster. You get what I'm saying? Like, so that's how you look at it, bro. But again, bro, a lot of that stuff don't make sense, because would you want a small portion of land to live on and have fruitful, or would you rather explore the entire world and see for what is real life, the true paradise? You know what I'm saying? So I don't care, man. Look, bro, I still feel that had we say what you want and everything, the term serpent came from when Yahweh cursed his brother because he was mad at his brother because he was like, man, I told you that I wanted them to build. You over here giving them knowledge and self-awareness. Man, you a snake. You went against the rules. That's where the term serpent comes from. And to knock it all off, the people of ancient Samaria in Egypt had a temple of snakes that was worshipped to Enki himself. That's where the term serpent comes from, bro. And the serpent is not even bad. Because if you go to far Asia or you go to the kings, what do they call the kings, Sean? Or they call them the niggas. The niggas. What all the niggas were? Or what they had in their arm and their back? Serpents.
What
What they had in
what was on our crown? What was in our
the
crown,
serpent.
right?
The serpent. Come on, bro. And that didn't even come from Egypt. They came from fucking Nubia. They knew. Come on, bro. Who you think started fashioning the crowns and shit? It wasn't the Ethiopians. It wasn't the Cometics. The Nubians did. So now you got the Nubians, the Ethiopians, and the Kemites. So now you got a whole group of people that are considered as Egyptians. So, I mean, come on, bro. Like that, and that's just plain what it is, bro. Everybody, bro, people started to migrate. We go back to migration again. Do people believe that fucking Asians were there? No, nigga, Asians come from Africa. Matter of fact, it's a tribe in Africa, in West Africa, the Siamese tribe or something like
I know
that.
what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? But they have the same look as, hey, come on, bro. I went back, I did more research, bro. You can trace their shit all the way. You can trace people from Asia DNA all the way back down to that tribe.
Hey, so Jalen, you understand what I said about the bottleneck?
Yeah. Everything started at the bottom. Everything started at the south of the equator. Everybody fucking know that. That's science. You
Nah,
know that
nah,
shit is
nah,
sixth
nah,
grade.
nah, nah. I say nah. The bottleneck, like a bottle with the neck. You understood what I said about it?
Oh no, I ain't hear that part. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically, like how we do with the dogs. You feel me? You a breeder, two different color dogs trying to find something. With a bottleneck, it's like how we talk about the Asian population. It's more
Mm,
so of you getting far out of Africa, and then you're breeding with these ancient Homo sapiens, and with these ancient Homo sapiens, and then
mm.
you're breeding with each other. So you're far out of Africa, and then you're breeding with what's around you. That's how you get these distinct modifications. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Because in the ancient text, it said that when Adam was created, before Eve even came about, what was he doing in the garden? Having sex with all the other motherfucking lower beings, the ancient human beings. That's what he was doing. That's what he was doing. But see, you know, people don't want to see that. They don't want to hear that shit. Oh, they want to
Yeah, I
talk
gotta
about
get Brother
how
Dawkins in here.
they don't want to talk about how there's two Adams and two Eves. Oh, they don't want to talk about that, huh? How one,
I tell you,
how one.
yeah, I gotta get. I'm gonna get Brother Dawkins in here next time, man. We're gonna go live again. What's today? Wednesday. We're gonna go live again Friday night. Like we're gonna get Brother Dawkins. Y'all can run them precepts.
Man, Bible shit had no precepts. Why read precept? Why concern yourself about precept when you can go read the original story? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Christianity came up out of Egypt. Islam came up out of Egypt. Hebrew came up out of what? Egypt. Hmm. Oh, okay. Hmm. Hmm. But you know they
They
don't want to hear that
learning.
though.
They
They
learning.
know they don't
They
want to hear that.
learning.
Oh, because how about you meeting Christians? First of all, before y'all was Christians, y'all got that name from the Council of Nicaea. They called y'all Cretans, called y'all retarded. They disrespected the Gnostics because the Gnostics came from where? Egypt. Where do you think Christianity came from? They came from the Gnostics. Y'all got y'all teachers from the Gnostics. You know what I'm saying? So, what you know? What the Hebrews? Come on, man. Come on, man. The Hebrews, bro. Ethiopia started the very first Bible. Those were the original Gnostics. They claimed to be Muslim. No, them boys were Sufis.
I can't. I can't think of the Egyptian pharaoh name, but it was one pharaoh that came in like the 20 some dynasty, and then he only started worshiping one god,
Hold
and
on, wait, hold on, wait, wait, hold on. Ah! Oh, that my friend.
no cap.
Oh,
I
wait,
want to
I'm telling
say
you,
it
hold
was
on.
like the 20.
The 20. You know who that was? That was your boy, Moses. That was your boy, Moses. You want to know how? Wait. Read his story. Hold on, wait. Read his story. And what happened? He had a brother. He had a half brother named what? Ramesses. Ramesses got pissed off because he was what? Because if you read the story of Akhenaten in the Egyptian books of the dead, he said what? Ra came down, or Atum told him to what? Same thing Yahweh told Moses. I need you to go through all the pyramids right now, cuz I need you to take everybody's face off. Only I'm going to be worshipped. Now you see how they made it to the modern day Bible? I'm the only God that should be worshipped. So God never dispelled that there weren't any other gods. But I'm the main one y'all pray to. You get what I'm saying?
Yahweh Basa, Holy Basa, La
Come on,
Bala,
man.
Sala, Gala.
So yeah, Akhenaten, bro, he was a what? Incest. He was really an incest child. You know what I'm saying? Like he was an incest child. And I'm not saying like he was, and I'm not saying as far as in because his mother disappeared. Nobody know what happened to his mama. Nobody know what happened to his mama. Honestly, I really feel that his sister was really his mama. Because why? Because the, she never once popped up. The stepmama popped up, but the mama never did. And like I said, around this time, he's not about to have sex with another woman that's outside of his line. You know what I'm saying? To give birth to his heir. He's not about to do that. No Pharaoh's about to do that. The smart way to do is, you know what I'm saying? You know, if I ain't being disgusting, but the smart way to do is stuff like fuck like your third cousin, your third or fourth cousin, twice removed, but not your fucking daughter. But anyways, Akhenaten, bro, Ra told him, I want you to remove everybody's face. I'm the only one. He came through. The people was like, man, you got me fucked up. You fucking up everything. Because this is around the time when Lower and Upper Egypt were beefing. So when he came, he combined Egypt all together. He brought Egypt together. You know what I'm saying? So then this is what really happened. So this is what comes out that people like, oh, you know, oh, he died. That nigga didn't die, bro. If you read it, bro, that nigga escaped. He escaped. He took some shit with him from Egypt, and he escaped with some people to go start up another civilization. And that was pretty much just what it is. What did he take? I don't know. But some people, some spiritual scientists, including I, believe that he had the Ark of Covenant. What is the Ark of Covenant? It is the same ark that gave that helped Babylon flourish when the Tower of Babel fell. You know what I'm saying? This Ark of Covenant was present in Egypt, you know what I'm saying, which was said to be a power source for Egypt as far as in like, you
Hey,
know,
Jalen.
everything working. What's up? You call me?
Hey,
What's up?
Jalen. You know all that
What?
shit fake, right? As far as
The Ark of Covenant ain't fake, bro. Oh,
Moses
bro,
and Chris,
man, look,
huh?
bro, I already know the story of Moses is fake. I already know the story of Moses is fake, man, because people don't understand that the term Moses, bro, is just a name that was spoke. That is an Ethiopian name. We don't really know the true name of what the meaning of what Moses is. We don't know the true name of what Moses. You know what I'm saying? Like Moses' true name. We just know the Ethiopian name, but we don't know the true English name. You know what I'm saying? Now, I bet you $5 if a nigga wants to go through and really read that shit and decipher Moses, he gonna get Akhenaten, bro. This is a fact. There's no way, bro. There's no way both these stories, bro.
Okay. So you saying Christianity stole the character?
Fucking right, bro. Think about it, bro. Think about it. This is when monotheism started. He was the creator of monotheism. Who created religion? Moses. He started what? Monotheism. So you get what I'm saying? You have a brother named Ramesses. Akhenaten have a brother named Ramesses. You get what I'm saying? You come through telling
Hey,
the
Jalen. I definitely get what you're saying now. I got you, bro.
you know what I'm saying? And that's my entire thing, bro. Like, you know, people don't, you know what I'm saying? People don't know. One thing I can say is that Jesus is Hell Zeus, my nigga. Hell Zeus. Hell Zeus. And people be like, what you mean Hell Zeus? That's not, bro, if you go back to the oldest, what is the oldest language right now that people can only decipher? Old Latin. Old Latin. What is Jesus' name in Latin? Jesus. Where that name come from? Greek. Hell Zeus. Hey, come on, man. Come on. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that Akhenaten story, bro, is just covered up with Moses, bro. You know what I'm saying? But truth be told, bro, it's way more than that, bro. It's way more than a burning bush. There ain't no fucking burning bush. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. But one thing I do know is that Ark of Covenant shit is real. How I know? I seen the YouTube video where a professor had reconstructed and created his own. And it fucked up like the entire like campus, like shut everything down. And what happened? The FBI basically came to him and was like, We're gonna take this, you're gonna erase this fucking video, and that's gonna be the end of it. You say anything else, we're gonna kill you. The Ethiopian people would say they had the Ark of Covenant. And what happened? The church came. The church came. They was, trying to do their little missionary. They came to the church, they seen it. Next thing you know, it's a whole bunch of shootings and missiles dropping, and then the Ark of Covenant comes up missing. Nothing was damaged but the church in Ethiopia. Nothing was damaged but the church in Ethiopia where it was at. Come on, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, a lot of this shit, bro, like, a lot of this shit has something to do with signs, bro. Sometimes I feel that, like certain niggas, and like I said, I'm choosing the Egyptians for one, because it's just like, for, again, the Nubians for one, because, again, when you read the Nubians, bro, these niggas already knew how to make fucking solar panels. Niggas had the knowledge of creating solar panels, bro. Come on, man.
Creating energy from
Yeah.
a little or nothing.
And that's basically what it was. And so then that's why they be like, that's why, like, there's no way, bro. Like, y'all had your own toilet system. Y'all had your own sewer system. Boats. What the fuck? You get what I'm saying? Because that's why I be like, when people be like, oh, bro, Egypt didn't become Egypt until way later on. And honestly, bro, a war happened there, bro. A war happened there. A war definitely happened there, bro. Because there's no way when you go to Egypt, it takes about 5,000 degrees Celsius, I think that's what it was, to turn sand into glass. You go to Egypt right now, and I know because my grandma bought me back a fucking glass ball from Egypt. I said, where's this glass ball? Where you get it from? She said, I dug my hand into the sand, and I found this big-ass ball of glass. This is right time when I was in crystals.
Hey, bro, they got a picture, nigga. They got a picture of Muhammad Ali. Google this shit if you think I'm lying, y'all. They got a picture of Muhammad Ali in Egypt by the pyramids, passed out, having a heat stroke.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, it's just like I said, man, it be so much stuff, bro. It be so much stuff. And then it's like, how can you deny certain shit, bro? Like, we already been told, oh, we're seeing extraterrestrial beings and shit, or shit like that, UFOs and shit. It's already been proven. The niggas already leaked the shit. Obama came out, was like, yeah, niggas, UFOs. Sorry, I didn't tell you. Have a good day type shit. So, with that being said, bro, I don't know, bro. Like, it's just so much stuff, bro. Because you got all these elements of the earth. And everything. Everything on the periodic table can be found in earth, bro. So, who
Now
knows, bro?
God ain't say shit.
I'm
God ain't
not
say
using
shit
him.
about no aliens. God ain't say shit about no spaceships we seeing. God ain't say shit about how humans develop.
Nah, hold on, wait a minute. No, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you something. People don't know, but the Bible did speak about ancient terrestrial. You want to know what they call that shit? They call that shit the ascending fiery chariot. That's what they call that shit. So what's fiery? That's, y'all say, that can take you across, across the fucking world, a fucking rocket or something. I'm not saying that the Egyptians had that type of technology, but what I do know is that right around the time, right before the Arabics had invaded where the Moors was at in Middle East, they said that had they not invaded, they said by the time 1970s would have came, Middle East would have been where we are now. So we talking about 40, 50 years ahead of time. You get what I'm saying? So who knows, bro? Like I said, like, that's like been the missing, like, that's been the thing. I don't really think, with people who say, oh, God, this, God, that, bro. Yeah, there is a creator, but don't say put no jit on it. I find that, I find that to be straight out disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you this straight up. You go anywhere in Africa, anything where these people ain't brainwashed, people will stone you to death. Boy, they ever heard you say that God is a man or God is a woman. We married here.
Nah, I hear you. I definitely. Let me say this real quick. Let me say this
Go
real
ahead, bro.
quick. I ain't, I ain't got no problem with aliens or UFOs or none of that shit. They said that they got shit from spacecraft that helped them build computers and build type of technology and shit like that. I didn't heard that, but I ain't. If a nigga said that he see aliens, talk to aliens, or interact with aliens,
Mhm.
you feel me? I'ma say that nigga off the fucking third row. If we gonna say that Egyptians had pyramids or they was aliens, then we gotta kill it too.
No.
If a nigga say, that aliens is fake, I'ma say do your research.
Hmm. So, I mean, if somebody say the ancient Egyptians were aliens, hell nah, them niggas was aliens. Because in the whole hieroglyphs, they said that before Egypt became Egypt and everything, it was called Kim. Kim was beautiful. Kim was honestly, in my opinion, the real Garden of Eden. You feel me? I feel that was the real Garden of Eden. It just don't make sense, bro. Why would y'all? How could y'all say that? One place is the garden, but then ancient Kim, you know what I'm saying? Is they y'all saying that this is the most beautiful place on the world. It ain't making sense. A lot of this shit ain't adding up.
Hey Jalen, look, we gotta keep it 100, bro. If it's not adding up, we gotta throw it away. So
I don't believe
it's
I don't I don't
cool.
I don't believe that the Garden of Eden was ever in Middle East. I believe that it was in South Africa, and I stand on that.
I got you. You could stand on that, but what I'm saying is when you break down that
Hmm.
Moses was an Egyptian pharaoh, when you break down a Bible character was another Egyptian person, brother, that's that's we can go to that,
Hmm.
find it. When we talking about the Garden of Eden and Babylon and come on, Jalen.
Okay, okay,
This is
oh,
this when I say the album when I say that shit fake,
okay. Wait a minute.
I'm
Why,
saying like we
do
gotta
you
we
believe
gotta
that
take
Babylon was
those
fake?
type of
Do you believe
like we
Babylon was
can't
fake?
equate that shit.
Do you believe Babylon was fake?
Babylon in the Bible, yes.
And what was fake about Babylon in the Bible?
But you gotta understand the Bible is taking shit that we know and
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to
yeah,
fit
yeah,
it
yeah,
in to
yeah,
a time
yeah,
frame that don't
yeah,
make sense. The
yeah,
Bible is
yeah,
taking
yeah,
people that we know and fitting them in to places that don't make
yeah,
sense. The
yeah.
Bible
Like,
is
like,
taking you got it.
like, just like when Mr. Chip was talking about, he was saying Yakub, and he was giving the name, which would be Jacob and everything. And then his name was called Israel, bro. Israel.
I thought it was
Huh?
Ishmael.
No. He said it. No, he said no. Ishmael was the
No, no,
brother.
no, no. He said Israel, but I thought it was Ishmael.
No, Ishmael was the brother. Ishmael was the child that was conceived by Abraham's concubine. Remember, because he couldn't have no son, so he had a son with a son with Hagar, his housemaid. And then the
Okay, my
angel was
bad, my
like, "What?"
bad, my bad. Hey, my bad. Go on, get to your point about Israel. My bad.
Yeah, but like I said though, but like Israel, bro, like his name was, but it's mighty funny, bro. Like you said, bro, the names keep changing because when he said Yakub, that's crazy because y'all saying Yakub, but the Muslims say the same thing. They say Yakub was the evil scientist that you know. So what? So what's really going on right there? You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like them, like those kind of Jews. Him, he's a follower of Jacob. You a follower of Jacob. You know what I'm saying? But you heard what he said when I said it. Said I was like, well, I thought the Ethiopian Bible was created. He said it ended up in Ethiopia. I said, no, it didn't. She didn't end up it ended up there
Hey
because
Jalen, let
Ethiopia.
me say this. Let me say this, Jalen. Let me say this. We
The
got to
fuck?
be realistic, though. We
Go
got to
ahead.
be realistic. If they brought their religion onto us, when we talking about the Ethiopia, the Coptic Church,
Mm-hmm.
that is the first Christian church in that area in Africa.
First Chris.
Period.
Yeah, yeah.
But
The Coptic Church. But they
we can't assume that that shit started there. Them motherfuckers brought that. They brought that shit there.
so in Ethiopia and everything, it's been plethora of things because they said the first Ethiopians were were first they said they were Muslims, then they saying that they were Hebrews. But niggas never thought about the mysticism of these religions. Like the Gnostic gave birth to Christianity. The Sufis gave birth to Muslims. People don't even talk about the Sufis no more and everything. And honestly, that's why I feel that either those were what were Ethiopians. Either they were Gnostic or they were Sufis, but they weren't no Christians. You know what I'm saying? They were not no Hebrews and everything. Now the people who were caught up in Egypt during the slave time, oh yeah, they were definitely Hebrew. I mean, definitely, Ethiopians and you know other people and everything like that. But you know, that was just these was just followers of Akhenaten because they was like, shit, we believe in one God too. We going after you. You gonna be the person to take us up out of here. And that's why people be like, when you ask me, oh, have they ever found the body of Moses? Hell yeah. It's just not his fucking name. And that's what people have to understand. People have to understand, have to know the names. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go far, far, far back. People gotta go far, far back and learn these names, bro. Because people get misconstrued. Ain't no way, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about Ningazita, Quetzalcoatl, Thoth, and Tahuti, and you look up the same. You go to all these other places, and you look at these people in these walls. It's the same fucking person. So why in the hell, when we look up Akhenaten, they said Moses was a slave. No, he wasn't. He was a king, and that makes more sense that he was born into the kingdom. He was born into the kingdom. It's just like with Hitler, bro. Like I said, people is like, man, why you keep talking about Hitler, Jalen? Bro, same thing, bro. Hitler was a Jew, and when he found out what the truth was, what he do? He raged war. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got these y'all got these black people, these Native American man. What? We supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to be the people. Oh man,
Hey,
man, hold on, man.
we ain't trying to get banned. We ain't trying to
No,
get
no, no,
banned.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
just
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
hey,
Hold on.
say what you want to say. Just sugarcoat it.
Man,
Just
bro.
put some
Okay,
Ebonics.
okay. I'm gonna put it in.
Call him Big Dog H. Big Dog H. And
Okay.
shit like
Matter
that.
of fact. Matter of fact.
The Jubilees.
Okay. Matter of fact. I'm gonna put on some nerd shit. I'm gonna put in some nerd fucking terms, bro. Put in some nerd fucking terms, bro. There's like fucking Magneto. You feel me? Nigga was once human, but you know what I'm saying. Now he's a mutant, and he's seeing how humans treating other mutants. So guess what that nigga on? I'm trying to get everybody up out of there. There ain't no mutant. It's the same fucking thing, bro. It's the same concept, bro. Same thing with Akhenaten, bro. Like, man, you got my people, man, bro. But at the same time, you got my people believing all these other gods, but my God telling me. So yeah, I'm gonna take. So that's why the Pharaoh was mad, because it's like, bro, you disturbing everything. You disturbing the entire structure of what we stand. You just, like you know what I'm saying? You're going up against stories that was handed down over time and lineage for you to choose. Oh, you want to believe in one? No. So we about to get you up out of there, bro. About to get you up out of there. And that just is what it is. And that's how I believe it, bro. Like when people start to see that their people are wrong, they're going to go against their people to do, you know what I'm saying, what's right. You know what I'm saying, bro? People
Yeah.
can't say, Like when people was like when we was talking about how we was saying about the Egyptians and everything, bro, being Jew. That's come on, man. The president, second president of Egypt said he came out his mouth. He said, "Yeah, Jews, we accept you. You know, we love you, but we can't accept you because y'all love one color and came back a different color." And people was like, "Oh, that's fake." You can go up and look that up on YouTube now, and that nigga was saying it's all on YouTube when he said it. I watched that video plethora of times. Nigga standing like he fucking Gaddafi looking down on his people. We love y'all, but we can't accept y'all. Cause y'all love and y'all came back a different color. So this is how we know y'all not the true what you call. You know what I'm saying? I asked a straight Arabic man, bro. He said, man, we invaded y'all. We invaded y'all. And he was like, bro, you can tell that we did because our people don't even know how to read hieroglyphics. They just now started reading hieroglyphics 2-3 years ago. How you Egyptian, you can't read your own hieroglyphics. I can't sit there and say, oh, how you African American and you can't, you know what I'm saying, and you can't read African. Nigga, I'm not from there. I'm here. I'm a descendant, but I'm here. Now, if you come to me and you tell me to break down a Native American story, oh, I can definitely break that down to you easily. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because that's my heritage. You know what I'm saying? People want to learn about, people want to go back and learn about African history, Egyptian history, Asian history. But what about ancient American history? What do we know about ourselves besides the fact that we done found 3 fucking pyramids and a Sphinx head? So all I know is, bro, and I'm just saying here to say this, bro, 2025, everybody need to be ready, bro. You know what I'm saying? A big shift is coming. A big cleanse is coming. If you ain't got right with yourself, and when I say get right with God, I mean get right with yourself. Get right with yourself, bro. Because that's what you know what I'm saying. Get right with yourself. Straight up and everything. Get right with yourself. I ain't about to say, oh, get right with God. Nah, get right with yourself, bro. Because a shift is about to come, bro. And this is about to be real topsy-turvy, bro. And the only reason why I say this because that, bro, I read all ancient texts. I even read the ancient Native American text, which corresponds with South Africa and Egypt and Samaria. What the fuck, bro? You feel me? All this stuff corresponds. But one thing you don't correspond with is the Abrahamic religions. Oh, but okay, we're gonna leave that there for another time. You know what I'm saying?
Overstood, man. We definitely gonna get into some of the
Yeah,
last
we gonna
pictures,
come on,
man.
man.
Hey,
But hey, bro,
we
but we
gonna
still
next.
hey, but
Hey,
we
hey, hey, Friday night lights.
bet.
If you wanna go live tomorrow, we can do that too.
That's a bit. But yeah, bro, for shit show, bro. Don't forget, bro, we still gotta do that episode on the Moors, bro. Them niggas ain't ducking no smoke from me. I got some you need to let me know when we having it so I can be prepared. Cause they ain't ducking no
Sunday,
smoke from me, man.
Sunday,
Bet
Sunday.
Sunday, say less.
Or if you
Say
wanna
less.
do it, Friday, we can do it Friday.
Now we're gonna do it Sunday, bro. We're gonna do it Sunday, bro. We're gonna do it
All right,
Sunday.
that's
You
a
know what I'm
bet. That's a
saying?
bet. Hey man, you know how we do this shit, man. Tell the people where to find you at. Niggas gonna be looking at this shit 5 years
Man,
from now, 10 years from now. And let me say this real quick. One thing I honed in on what you said when you said motherfuckers need to do the history. Motherfuckers need to get into what the hell he's saying. What the hell my nigga is saying. My nigga is giving you the context behind the bullshit, telling you this shit was stolen from this. That means go back and do your mythology. Go back and do your Egyptian, Sumeria, African, all of that shit. Go back and do your history on that shit. Because if we reading the same book, but it got different names, and my book is 2,000 years older. Come on, brother.
mm-hmm. That's all I'm
Come on,
saying, bro.
brother.
That's all I've been saying, bro. That's all I've been saying, bro. Is like, bro, do your history, bro. Like a lot of stuff that's in the good book, won't he do it? But that stuff comes from a lot from us, bro. And that's just a fact. You feel me? That stuff is just a fact. A lot of this stuff comes from us. And a lot of, you know what I'm saying? So you want to really get in tune again, Book of the Dead, Egyptian Book of the Dead is 1, the Seven Tablets of Creation is 2, the Sumerian Epic is 3, the Atrahasis, the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Enuma Elish, what my boy, you ever heard of Kabah Kameen?
No.
Man, look that mystic man up, man. Look that OG brother up, bro. Please look him up, cuz Man, he said some shit, bro. And he was what made me go back and do some research when he was like, Eurasian ain't been around for 12,000 years. Went back, that shit was true. You know what I'm saying? It's a book he got out right now, bro. It's called the Shakai Stone. Shakai Stone. It was a stone that rose up about the sands, if I'm not mistaken, in Egypt, and gives like basically like that right there is known as the oldest. They said that is the oldest, so it predates the Sumerians and everything. They said that I think that tablet was either found in Egypt or somewhere west of South Africa. But they said that stone tablet tells you the entire story of creation. That's the oldest. So it predates even the ancient text from Sumeria itself. This is the same Shakai stone that was written on when the story of creation came. And what I said it came from, started from the bottom, started from the south of Africa, and started going and started just venturing off and everything. And then it even said, I know I seen one where it said about the about the people from Brazil and stuff. What happened? Them niggas are Olmecs. The Olmecs came from where? West Africa. The Olmecs gave birth to who? The Mexicans and the Native Americans and the Eskimo people and everything. Don't know how now. I don't know about the Eskimo people, but I know but they fit in that what I'm saying, in that genealogical net right there. So I don't really know, but I know for a fact it said Mexican, the Latinos and the Native Americans for sure, and everything. So,
Understood.
but yeah, bro, y'all just need, like I said, people just need to go do their thing. Oh, another thing, bro, read the Emerald Tablets, bro. If you want to know about Jesus and about, I'm not gonna say, I'm sorry, disrespecting. If you want to know about Yeshua, read the Emerald Tablets. And if you need a free read, you can't find that or buy that, because I advise y'all to buy the Emerald Tablets by Billy Carson. But if you want to know what Jesus had going on, go on Google Read right now. It's free PDF. Look up the Holy 12 by S.G.J. Johnson, I think. Look up the Holy 12, bro, and it's gonna tell you what was going on with Jesus when he disappeared. When his mama had got that vision and was like, "You need to take him to Egypt so he could be around his brethren." So again, man, y'all boys gotta tune in. Stop reading that fucking leather ass book that y'all go see in that once the one leather book y'all read one time a day, one patches a day in the church because y'all too lazy to freaking read it and read it over and over and over. So if you don't want to read that over and over, bro, Google is free, YouTube is free, the library is free. You know what I'm saying? Half price books don't got shit. Half price. Come on, it's a whole bunch of shit that y'all can be doing right now. Y'all want to be out here looking at Love and Hip Hop and talking about the next Bad Girls Club series. Man, I don't give a fuck about that, bro. This is war right now, bro. We at war.
Bitch, do you know where you come from?
You feel me? Like, you so
Bitch, do you know?
confused.
Bitch, do you know where you come from?
Like, motherfuckers want to be mixed so bad and say they mixed so bad, bro. Nigga, man, bro. What? Niggas want to beef about race this, race that, bro. It's only one race. That's the human race, bro. That's just a fact. Just a fact, bro. It's just a human race, bro. We beefing about color, skin color. For what, bro? We shouldn't, bro. Bro. We passed that, bro. We going into a whole. We in a whole new era. We in the era of Aquarius, bro. We can step into a whole new shift, and the shift ain't even hit yet. And we still talking about this bullshit that's been talked about for 400 years, 500 years. You know what I'm saying, man? You need to stop. What you calling? Y'all still believe that Jesus coming back? But Jesus ain't coming back, boy. Jesus is not coming back. The Christ conscious is, you know what I'm saying? But people gonna start to wake up and really realize that, damn, we've been lied to on some makeshift shit. That's what's coming. That's the Christ, you know what I'm saying? Your mind is starting to open up. That's the Christ, bro. That's what he meant.
The
Jesus never
mark,
said, "Oh, I'm
the
coming."
mark of the mark of the beast.
Man, bro, and that's a
Upside
whole nother
down
thing,
cross.
bro. Hold on, wait a minute, and let me go ahead and touch one thing. Let me touch on this real quick, bro. For you gangsters and you other niggas, bro, stop wearing that fucking cross shit around your fucking neck, bro. That is the mark of death. What you mean it's the mark of death, bro? Think about it, bro. Think about it. This cross, this pendant gives you so much power. Oh yeah, it's through God. No, I ain't talking about that. You feel that when you wear that cross and you see your op in the club, you kill him, you feel that, oh, you protected by God and everything. So you had the right to do that. You went, man, bro, stop doing that shit, bro.
Manipulation,
Come on, bro.
mind
Yo,
fuck,
facts.
slavery,
Yo,
mental slavery.
your cross, your cross represents two penises. You know what I'm saying? It represents two penises, bro. Destruction. While the ark,
I'm gonna start saying that. I'm gonna start saying that.
yeah, for shit show. You know what I'm saying? And the ark, bro, is the key of life, bro. What it represents the feminine and masculine, bro. That's where your cross came from the ark. Because why? Because y'all wanted to disrespect us. Y'all wanted to disrespect our kinfolk so fucking bad. That's why y'all hide. That's why, bro. Come on, man. I can go to so much other stuff, but I ain't gonna do it, bro. Cause shoot, it's about to be 2 hours and 30 minutes. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate
Oh,
you, Sean, for
good.
having me on the
Hey,
podcast.
hey, hey, bro. You already know. Every time, man. I'm gonna create that Facebook group so we can get it in with that too. Hey, tell the
Oh
people
yeah,
where to
for sure.
find you at, man.
Hey man, find me on Instagram, man. No one bigger than he is at the bottom. Just put it all together. Well, no one bigger than he. You try to know my real name, like I said, bro. Look me up as Jalen West, not Jalen D West, 'cause that's my old Facebook page. Look me up as Jalen West. You're gonna see my face and everything. You know, if you anybody have any questions they want to ask me about, hey man, I'm open. My messages are always open. I'm friendly as shit. That means I talk a lot. You feel me? So y'all have any questions, need any sources, come holler at me.
Overstood, my boy. Hey, man. Appreciate you for rocking with me. Like I said, Friday and then Sunday we gonna jump on the moors. Friday I'm gonna probably get like 4 people up in here and we all gonna bounce off each other.
That's a bit. Hit me.
All right, bro. Take it easy, man. Love you, boy.
You too, dog.